Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand count digits. This is a placement question, and this is our sixth question on placements in placements playlist. So this is we have covered already 5 different placement questions. If you haven't watched those videos, please watch those videos and come back here. And the explanation in this video is totally based upon the assumption that you have already watched the complete C programming section. So there we have clearly explained all the conceptual part of the C programming. So based upon that, we are trying to explain this content. So what this problem is, so here the test cases are not given. So there are some problems where the test cases are to be taken by the programmer. So being the programmer, we have to take the test cases and we have to write the program and we have to correct the program. So here the code is given, code for the program is given, and this is the problem statement of the program. So what this states is the method count digit. So this is the function. So the function count digit with a parameter num, integer type num, is supposed to return the remainder. So it is going to return the remainder when the input arguments num. So when the input argument num is divided by the number of digits in the num. So what it states is, for example, if the num is provided with 160, if this is the num that is provided as the parameter for this function, so what it is going to return, what this count digit function is going to return is, it is going to return the remainder when the input argument num is divided by the number of digits in the num. So what are the number of digits in this num? It is 3. So when 160 is modulus division is done with the modulus division to get the remainder, so that remainder has to be returned. That remainder is returned by this function. So what is the remainder of this? It is 10. So the number that is provided, it is modulus division done by the number of digits. Number of digits are 3. If that is done, the remainder has to be provided. So what we have to do, how to break down this problem? First we have to write the logic to find the number of digits in the given number. So we will try to correct this after finding the logic. So what is the logic? The logic for finding the number of digits in a given number. So we have already discussed about this. So we have to take a while loop and num is the number in which the number is stored. So this is going to be n is equal to or num is equal to num by 10. So with this we are going to cut this number. So we are going to reduce this number. So how it happens, that we will see, and we will take another variable called count. So this has to be plus plus, means to get the number of digits. So this is plus plus. So to get the number of digits, this count will get incremented every time. So how this while loop will work with our example 160. So if you store it as 160, okay, num is equal to num by 10. So the new value of initially num is equal to 160. Now num is equal to num by 10. 160 by 10 is equal to 16. So the new value of num is 16. Count is equal to count plus plus. So initially we will take count is equal to 0. So now it has been incremented to 1. Means one digit has been identified. Okay. So the next one is num is equal to true, means anything greater than 0 is true. So because the num value is 16, it is going to be true. Again we are going to come into this. Now num is equal to num by 16. 16 by 10. 16 by 10 is 1.6. As this num is, so we are going to declare this num as integer. So if it is declared as integer, means this fractional part we are going to cut off it, and the value is going to be num is stored with 1. Num is stored with 1. So the new num value is 1. Again the count will get incremented, it is 2. Okay, so again the loop will get inserted because the num is 1. Anything greater than 0, it is true, so the num will be true, and we are going to come into this while loop, and again 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 is 0.1. Because it is an integer, it is going to consider only the fractional part is removed. Okay, so the decimal part means this part is considered because it is an integer. So the num is now stored with 0, and again the count will get incremented. It is going to be 3. So now the while loop, here it is going to be 0. So whenever this num is equal to 0, so this we are going to come out of this for loop. Now now the problem comes. Now what we have to do, we have to divide the number. What is the number? It is what is the value stored in num? What is the value of num initially at the starting? It is 160. Now this 160 has to be what we call it as has to be done, has to be modulus division with number of digits, means it is count. So the count, this has to be done, but the problem is, so let's try to, so this is the logic. If you do this, so the output is going to be 10, and that is going to be displayed. Okay, let's try to see the code given by the let's see the code given. Here what does the code consist of? It is having a variable called count. Okay, fine. It is num. Okay, fine. This logic is fine, and here return num percentage count. So this is not accepted because now the value of num is 0. Initially it is 160. Okay, that is fine, but that has been reduced, that has been we have divided it by 10 in every iteration of the while loop. Now the value of num is 0. So what happens here? It is 0 mod count. So this is the problem in this program. Count is 0, 0 mod 30 is going to be 0. Okay, but the remainder is 10. Okay, so how to rectify this? We should not change this program. So how to rectify this is, so here we have to take a temporary variable. So a new temporary variable we will take, and this has to be assigned with num. So before doing the calculation, we have to take a temporary, these are the changes that we have to do in the program. So while writing the exam, we have to make these changes. Okay, temp is equal to num. So what is the value stored in num? In our case, the test case is 160. Now this temp is stored with 160. Okay, so what is the other statement that we have to add? So instead of changing this num to temp, it can also be done by using, so here between this and this return statement, we will add another statement where num is equal to temp. So with this statement, the temp value will get again assigned to num. So the temp value is, we are taking a temporary variable where we are trying to save that, we are trying to safeguard that value, because it has to be used, because the values are getting changed by using this while loop. In this while loop, we are changing the original value of num. So we are trying to keep a copy of that value for the usage of it in our next part of the program. So here again we are going to store that value temp to the num, and that now it is going to be 160 by 3, which is going to produce a value of 10. So very simple problems. So if you are good with the basic knowledge of C programming, so these problems will take just less than a minute. You can solve it within less than a minute. So we have already discussed about this logic. So this logic has already been discussed. If you practice more, this logic, no need to think about this logic at the time of the program. It improves your speed. Okay, hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.